got CP in the paint guarding the bigs. We got to find a way to keep the same bodies on bodies.
Wembanyama responds and buries a triple. As the Jazz regain the lead. Sensabaugh hasn't played a ton recently, but trying to work his way back into the rotation. Wembanyama.
The real story was the performance of both of its stars, Victor Wembanyama, the rookie, and Rookie of the Year candidate for the San Antonio Spurs, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Chris Paul back inside. Wembanyama.
Remember when you were learning to shoot threes? How frustrating it was to keep missing, but how amazing it felt when you finally started hitting them.
Not sure early on, but you want to kind of back your play. He is hot.
Emirates NBA Cup game here in Salt Lake City. Wembanyama starting it off and firing. Oh,
they're gonna stop that.
Wembanyama is on the line, but it cashes it. Wembanyama fires, and he drills it!
That's exactly what Victor Wembanyama just went through, except he did it in the NBA, under the brightest lights. Wemby started the season shooting 23% from three. Ouch. But he kept at it just like you did on those playground courts. And now, he's draining threes like he's Steph Curry. In his last game, he hit 8 threes. Imagine how good that must have felt. Let's dive into Wemby's incredible journey from bricklayer to sharpshooter. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
As often as possible. 44 points on 19 for 28 shooting for Giannis alone with 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. In the case of Wembanyama, 27 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, a steal, 5 block shots, and only 26 minutes of play. The former league MVP, former NBA Finals MVP, champion with the Milwaukee Bucks. They put on a show. So much so that we should be salivating for these brothers to meet.
Envision this. In his first 9 games, Wemby looks completely lost at the sight of the three-point line. He's hurling bricks in all directions, and his deep shots are only connecting at a pitiful 23%. Many of his admirers are beginning to wonder if this is the same guy they've been gushing over. However, suddenly, a realization dawns on you. It's as if Wemby cracked NBA 2K's code. Out of nowhere, he's not just making threes. He's making them appear effortless. He goes from chilly to scorching in the span of a few games, stealing 20 of 36 points from downtown. That's totally backwards. Then what happened? Observing his form, it appears to be rather consistent, but how self-assured. That has soared. Now it's staring back at him. He never asks himself, should I shoot? Whenever he receives the ball beyond the arc, as he wonders, where's the net? He isn't merely making average threes either. Up here, Wemby is coming up from Steph Curry range. Here we are discussing logo shots everywhere. Most guards would be afraid to shoot from the heights this 7'4" behemoth calmly drains buckets from. What would it be like to be a defense attempting to contain this player? For a split second, you might believe, all right, I've got this big man stuck in the paint. He quickly gets to his feet from half court and swishes the ball.
It's Markkanen, shot clock going down, spins, double team, and scores it!
Good.
Markkanen.
Good shift.
And
Good
Wemby
block.
comes over
Keep it in
and
play.
Here come the Spurs. 4-point game. Wembanyama from long range. You put it in! The young dude's playing well. Juzang, no!
There you go. Yeah.
Wemby fading. And puts it in!
What is the first step in protecting that? The real kicker, though, is that Wemby isn't the only one benefiting from this scoring run. It's completely altering the dynamic. The floor gives apart under his intense performance. No man's land is ensnaring the defender. If you hold him tightly, his incredible speed will allow him to easily pass you by. He will shower threes all day if you give him space. Guess who's absolutely smitten with this? Not you. Teammates of Wemby. Since no one is willing to leave Wemby alone on the perimeter, they suddenly have an abundance of opportunities to score. Having a 7'4", Steph Curry on the court distorts the entire defense simply by being there. What changed for Wembanyama to move from a 23% shooting percentage to Curry-like three-point shooting? That's the question that everyone is asking. Do you mean additional drills? A change to his technique? Or does he merely require a little more acclimatization to the three-point line in the NBA? The 7-footer's potential in this league is being rewritten by this scorching streak, whatever it is. Disruptive force? Someone may have undervalued it there.
He's 7'5". I stood next to the brother. I came up to his damn belly. He's 7'5". Trust me on that. The brother's got skills. I like him a lot. He's a treasure and a tribute to the NBA. They need to stop lying by listening to 7'3", though.
Imagine if I told you that Wemby is doing more than simply reshaping the Spurs offense. He may be redefining the role of big men in the NBA altogether. You won't believe the domino effect. Now we can dissect it. Thanks in large part to Wemby's pinpoint shooting, the Spurs' three-point percentage has soared from 28th to 18th this season. His hot shooting from beyond causes a 15-point surge in the Spurs' offensive rating. Wow, that's absolutely groundbreaking. However, things start to get intriguing at this point. Offensive units are rushing to find a way to stop this player. Attempts by 6-6 defenders like Dylan Brooks to contain a 7'3" monster with unrestricted shooting range are futile. A new defensive playbook is being created. Brooks has shown some improvement, limiting Wemby to 23% shooting in their previous encounter. But that's only one individual. After this, most teams don't know what to do. Let that sink in. So what exactly does a defender do? Take a chance by playing near to the action. Another option is to just let him be and let him rain threes all day long. There's no way out of this jam. The defense is preoccupied with Wemby, but his teammates are enjoying themselves. Easy buckets, wide lanes. The Spurs are living the dream. However, not everyone is extremely enthusiastic about this. There are a few purists among the basketball faithful who are displeased. A 7-footer shouldn't be out there chucking three, according to them. What Wemby is doing is more than just switching up his strategy, though. The definition of a big man in the NBA is changing because of him. His performance is on par with that of Dirk Nowitzki and Nikola Jokic, but he is elevating it to an all-new level. Is it your belief that other youth centers are ignoring this? They're likely lifting weights at the gym at this very now. Traditional centers like Karl Anthony Towns get 2 or less three-point attempts each game compared to Wemby's roughly 3 more. That's quite a change. Thus, the question worth $1 million is this basketball's radical new direction, or is it merely an experiment? Will the logo reveal a league full of players who are 7 feet tall, or is Wemby an exception that occurs only once every 100 years? How much longer we wait is anybody's guess. The National Basketball Association, nevertheless, will change forever. Sure, I'll take care of that. The entire rulebook for big men is being rewritten by Wembanyama. He's not just draining threes. In ways we've never witnessed before, this man is revolutionizing the game. It's as if he's a time traveler revealing the future of basketball in 2030. Be sure not to blink the next time you're watching a Spurs game. You may fail to see Wemby's half-court comeback or his block of a shot that goes into the 5th row. A new kind of basketball has emerged because of him. He is more than just a player. Plus, what's even better, he has hardly begun. This means you should stare at the screen non-stop. This is more than just a game now. One seemingly impossible shot at a time. You are witnessing history being written. Wemby isn't just basketball's bright future. He's living it.